I'm making this video because I am stuck in a loop and I am going to figure out how to get out of that loop. I'm going to analyze it right now. With my life, what I have seen is that whenever I try to do something which is surrounded by ego, which is surrounded by me, and only me, it seems that although I do get the results, but I get satisfied very easily. And do you know what happens? I procrastinate. So what I want to know is how to go beyond my ego. And that is going to lead me towards a continuous path of enlightenment and evolution. And the best way to do that is to put faith in someone else, because when you do work for someone else, that is where you shine the most, and that is how it works. So in fact, it is quite true that you have to do something that is beyond your means, that is beyond what you as a person can comprehend. So you cannot put that faith that you have on paper, because human relations are quite complicated. There is always a complication involved within a relationship. That's why you have to move towards a higher purpose, a higher being. I may be talking about the God, but when I say God, it just puts the idea out in a closed box. And I don't like putting that in a closed box, because it is a greater being. How can you, as a human, imagine a greater being inside a box? That is not how it works. So we pursue a higher being. But is that it? The higher being, as you know, is all around. And even in you, you have the higher being in, being in you. But still, the question remains, why? What is the greater purpose? A very interesting question to know your greater purpose. Should experiment it and find out. Because I don't seem to move when I just put it on myself that I shouldn't feel guilty, that I shouldn't feel do this, shouldn't do that. It's such a closed off boundary that I don't think my mind has the capabilities to just override the identity that I have and make me work for it. So I have to get into this state of flow, and that is done through action. I guess that's the ultimate purpose. It's action. It's sadhana. Not expecting results, but doing the work. That is sadhana. And we are going to do just that. We are going to do sadhana. Maybe we'll find a purpose by doing sadhana only. But that's the more important thing. Doing sadhana. But why? Why should we do the sadhana? To find our purpose, to find how important you can be for this world. What can you do for this world? How can you change the world? And that is so interesting. How can you make a difference with your existence? Because every existence is sacred. So we keep trying, we keep doing, we keep trying relentlessly over and over again and doing what is necessary, moving forward and becoming what we are supposed to become at the pinnacle. That is the purpose of sadhana. So, to conclude, I got stuck in a loop about getting satisfied and procrastinating, but I have found the way to reach the pinnacle because I want to reach the pinnacle. I want to find the true purpose. I want to see what it is at the top, and I can reach that only through sadhana. And that is the reason I'm doing sadhana. Doing work relentlessly over and over again without expecting any kind of result. And by result, it is such a misconceived term according to me, because by result we only mean that we are getting good results, but from every work you do you learn something. Isn't that a result? Aren't you learning something? So why just limit the concept of result to the success? You are beyond the success, you're beyond the human mind, beyond what humans can truly comprehend. That is the divine work you're doing, and that is sadhana.